Okay, so let's have a look at getting started on the rocker arm. This is CAD exercise 4.4 rocker arm. It's in the module for the orthographic projection, and I think it's the last exercise in that module. All right, so what you're asked to do in this assignment is to make a CAD drawing of the rocker arm, which is figure 6-101 on page 123 in your textbook. We're going to start a new drawing on the mechanical inch template, which I've already opened up. So this is my mechanical inch template. And then we're going to draw the top, front, and left side view. Okay. And then it says draw the left side view projected from the top view. All right. So let's get started on this. So I'm going to start with what would be the front view, okay? So we'll draw, and this is going to be, the length is 3.5, and then the height is 0.5, and then 3.5, and then we can close that, and I'll zoom in here a little bit to help us get situated, okay? So there's the base. Now we can offset that 1.5. We can offset the bottom up 1.5. And then the radius on these curved parts on the back of the object, that's a radius of 1. So I'm actually going to extend this line. Whoops, extend that line like so, okay, and then I'm going to offset that 1, okay, so that's going to be the center of the curve, and because it's a radius, right, so I'm going to offset it one more time. Now there's keep in mind there's a number of different ways that we could draw this. So I'm not showing you the best or the most efficient. I'm kind of drawing it just as a stream of consciousness, so to speak. Okay, so just to get us started here. So I'm going to go up to the circle, and I'll use the center radius command, and I'll drop that in there like this. And maybe now I'd like to just kind of clean things up a little bit, so we can go to trim, okay, up here, and just kind of trim that off, and then we'll go back to trim and go get like that. Now, you might notice, or maybe not, this looks a little short down here, this 3.5. And what you have to realize is that, and that's a tricky dimension, it's actually 3.5 is only from the back end to the center of that front circular part. And since the radius is 1, and a lot of people, I'm kind of giving away the, some tricks here, the front of it extends another 1 inch. Okay, so if you don't believe me, you'll have to check that out. All right, so there we have the right side, right? Minus a few details, minus some hidden lines and whatnot. Now there is one more circle. There's a circle in here which is a radius of 1. Oh, excuse me, a diameter of 1. So that goes right in there. Diameter of 1. Okay. And there we are. Now I'm going to leave these construction lines on here just because it will help a little bit as I'm drawing this. You'll see. And I'll come back and do the hidden lines later. Now for my top view, let's get started. Now I go out to the line command, and I'm going to acquire this point. I haven't clicked anything. I'm going to acquire this point, and then I'm just going to track up and go across. And then I'm going to, let's go to this point, acquire it, whoops, right there, and then track up. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. And then the total width of this is 2, right? It's a radius of 1, so it's a total width of 2. And then we can track that, and we can close that, right? So we got our partial top view, right? The thickness for the vertical centers up here are 0.5, so I can offset 0.5 like this, and I'll draw a line from here up to here, okay? And then I can trim this off. And then let's get the curve part again, right? So I'll use a 2-point circle since I got 2 points right there. All right, and then I can trim that off. I can trim that out. All right. And then I need to put another circle right in here. This is the radius, diameter of 1. Okay. So now we got the front and top views. All right, now your instructions, let's go back to that. Draw the front, top, and left side view, and draw the left side view projected from the top view. Okay. So projected from the top view. Well, here's the top view. So I want to project the left side view from the top view, which means I'm going to be putting it in this space right here. Okay, in this space. Now I'll show you a couple of tricks here. So let's just draw that straight. Okay. So what we're going to do is project. So let's project this over here, and we'll come down and we'll project this across. Again, you know, this is a skill that you really should develop because it speeds up a lot of your drawing if you can project like that. It just really makes things go a lot easier. So this is the bottom of the object, and then the vertical parts right here rise up like that. Now, I think probably what may be confusing is just getting oriented in this, you know. So remember that we're unfolding the glass box. So these vertical parts are on the top here. They're going to be on the top here. Okay. So, but let me offset 1.5 right there. Okay. And then I can extend this line here and here. And I can offset 0.5, not 0.6, 0.5. Like so, and then I can trim out some of this stuff, trim out this, trim out this. I need to go up. Don't forget, you know, I think a lot of, on this drawing, the trick is to recognize that a lot of the dimensions are to centers, right? So to get to the top edge, you still have to offset it the radius, right? Which is 1 for many of these. So I need to offset that. And then I'll extend that. And then that's that. Okay. There, that's the front view right there. Or excuse me, that's the left view. Okay. Now, let me just back up a second because this brings up a good point. I see a lot of people do this, and this is something that you really should avoid. Really should avoid. We, as much as possible, we want to have continuous lines, not break up the lines. So the tendency, or maybe what may be perceived as the easy thing to do, would just be to draw a line from here to here. Okay, and you know, and be done with it, right? I mean, why not just do that? Well, because then we have a line there and a line there. And that's not good. All right. It's hard for me to explain why that's not good. It can make it difficult for finding edges, finding, you know, snap points. It can make it difficult for finding lines under lines, right? When you have lines on top of lines. It can make it difficult for continuity, right? We want to have one line, but instead we break it up. So maybe there's a problem with that midpoint. So if at all possible, you want to extend these lines to make them continuous. Okay. So now, I said that I was going to show you another way to do this, you know, and the other way to do this would be to draw this as a true left side view and then to just rotate it up. That's a lot more work. Okay. It is, because you have to align these. So let me just show you how you would do that. Okay. And I'm, just to save time, I'm going to take this and I'm going to just ignore this part right here. Pretend that I'm not doing it. Okay. All right. This is all just prep. Hey, so there we are. So there's the right side view, and it's aligned properly in here. Or excuse me, the left side view, and it's aligned properly. Now, you may be inclined to draw it here and then put it up here, rotate it. This is not correct. I hope everybody understands that that is not appropriate. All right, that is not aligned orthographically with the top view. All right. So how do we get this aligned? If we need to draw this here, how do we rotate this and put it up into the correct orientation? Well, that's the tricky part. First, we can use the rotate command, which is, where's rotate? There it is right there, rotate. So first we need to rotate this, and we need to rotate it in the right direction. So I'm going to rotate it, and it goes 90 degrees clockwise in this case. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. And now I have to move it into location. Now, again, here's where that little snap extension trick really plays a significant role. We can window those and select that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this corner here, and I want that to align right here. So I'm not clicking, and I'm just going to track it off, and where that stops right about there, hey, there we go. All right, so now it's aligned. So I don't want you to put it right there because that's not correct. I don't want you to rotate it and get it in the wrong orientation. That's not correct. Everything needs to be aligned between the views. All right. Now, I'm not going to finish this for you. I think that's enough for you to get started, but recognize that we still have to add hidden lines in here. We still have to add center lines in here to get this complete. Okay. Well, I hope that helps. Let me know if it does or if it doesn't, or if you'd like to see something else. All right. Good luck.